A lot of us are looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah.
Friday night football makes a return for many places this week. So we have a beautiful forecast for all of that. We've been dealing with the rain this evening, but by tomorrow it's out of here and we have mostly sunny skies that'll be around. We may pick up a little bit of light haze. We'll dive into that coming up, but temperatures are expected to be much cooler tomorrow, topping out in the low 70s. By the way, it's a doubleheader for the Guardians tomorrow. 4:10 start to that traditional doubleheader, and it does look like it should be beautiful for the day. Temperatures holding in the low 70s. There's the rain. It's been marching from west to east across the area. We picked up some showers and not only heavy rain, but thunderstorms moving eastward. Had a severe thunderstorm warning for a while in Trumbull County. Now we just have these like little scattered showers that are moving through portions of Ashtabula County, Geauga County, northern Portage right now. That will continue to move out toward the state line area. And then there's a few light showers and sprinkles in western portions of Medina County, out around Litchfield, and then as you head over toward Penfield and whatnot. All of this will continue to move over towards Summit County. So heads up for our friends over by Barberton and Norton, and maybe even a little farther west into the Wadsworth area. Just these light showers. Meanwhile, upstream, it is a much better looking picture. We have clearer skies, we have cooler, drier air, and all of that comes rushing in tomorrow, which sets us up for a little bit of a breezy night tonight, breezy day tomorrow. But what you don't see is what is lurking off to the northwest, and that would be wildfire smoke. Yes, more of it, not just Canadian wildfire smoke, which continues to burn in Western Canada, but we also have wildfires that are ongoing in portions of Oregon and Washington. All of that is feeding in. And when you see the next 48 hours in the vertically integrated smoke product, remember, this is the smoke throughout the column of air above us. Notice this next plume that's expected to begin to waft in. Now that northwest flow that we have is going to push that smoke our way. By tomorrow evening, the bulk of it is still off to the west of us, but we are expecting to have elevated light haze for Saturday. At this point, it does not look like we have a lot of ground level smoke particulates coming in, but it does look like we're probably going to end up having some haze across the area as we head through the weekend, which is going to be a pretty nice weekend for us. So we'll put some light haze into the forecast in your National Design hour by hour forecast for tomorrow. But look at the temperatures, only topping out in the low 70s, and we will have a bit of a brisk breeze out of the northwest, which could impact our Friday night kickers at that. All right, the heat is on the move. This is that big bubble of heat that's been sitting out in the western section of the country. It is expanding. It is moving north, and you can see we will be on the fringes of that starting Saturday. So we'll have a little bit of a warming trend Saturday. We get a big push of heat coming in on Sunday that's going to stick around for a big part of the week next week. As that dome of heat, literally it's a bubble of hot air that sits over the central part of the country. As that moves east, it begins to open the door for these tropical systems to drag northward, and that is exactly what we have happening as we go from Sunday, or probably late Saturday, through Sunday into Monday and early next week. This plume of moisture coming out of the eastern Pacific is expected to make landfall and is probably going to be a pretty big problem for California and Nevada. So as we continue to watch the tropics, we of course are focusing on Hillary. This is Hurricane Hillary from the National Hurricane Center. The latest on this is that it is 125-mile-per-hour winds. It is a Cat 3. It is expected to move northward and intensify into a Cat 4. This is the 10 o'clock update here, and you can see that the remnants of this storm, as possibly even a tropical storm or tropical depression, making it into Southern California, and it is going to put a slug of rain into mountainous areas, which is a really bad thing. Mountains wring out even more moisture, and they are looking at some of the higher mountains at getting in excess of 6 inches of rain. Some areas are expecting to have 2 to 3 times their annual precipitation amount in 2 to 3 days. So it's going to be a really nasty situation setting up. Something certainly we'll be following here as the weekend progresses. The rest of your Union Home Mortgage forecast here in Northeast Ohio, we go from the low 70s right on into the upper 80s in the period of 3 days. We'll probably have some haze hanging around on Sunday too. Partly cloudy skies Monday and Tuesday as the temperatures hold in the upper 80s. We're going to stay in the 80s all the way into next weekend when things finally start to cool off for us once again. But certainly it's going to feel like a very summery weekend and next week.